friends, and welcome to Fun Life. We're so excited to be with you again. We're sad that we can't be with you in person, but that is coming. And we just hope that this is a fun time for you to be with us. So if you can, grab some family, stand up, get ready to move and have some fun, play some games. We're gonna have an awesome time. So take it away, Ramiro.
Hi. How's it going?
Miss you.
We're here together to sing a song with you guys and tell you how much we miss you and how much we're thinking about you and praying for you a lot. And so we want to sing a song with you guys together. We're going to sing We Are the Champions by Queen today. And we'll start it off with the chorus and then we'll hit the rest of the song, okay? So here we go. We are the champions, my friends. We'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. Here we go. I paid my dues time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime. And that mistakes, I made a few. I had my share of sin hit in my face, but I've come through. We are the champions, my friends. We'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. We love you so much. We're going to be praying for you, and then we can't wait to make more songs with you so we can sing together, and we hope to see you guys really soon, okay?
You guys are our champions. You
Yeah.
guys are champions of quarantine.
And we hope to see you guys at the Bible studies and on the Zoom meetings we're having online, okay? So we love you guys so much. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Hey! Yo, what's happening? Hey, 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 we miss you guys. We love you guys. Oh, we wish we could be with you guys. Hey, hope you're all doing good. But just in case you forget, my name is Anthony. Some call me Anthony, but you could call me Tony. Hey, yo. You have no idea how much I love sub sandwiches. Some call them heroes, but you could call them homies. Yay! Hey, let me introduce you to my little cousin, Tony.
Hey, yo, I'm Tony. Tony with a Y.
Hey, why?
What do you mean, why? Don't worry about it, all right? Hey, just remember one thing. I like myself a nice thick Philly crust pizza. And to top it off, I like myself a nice cup of coffee. That's right, coffee, not coffee, all right? But just remember one thing, everyone. Who loves you, baby? Your boy, Tony. Tony with a Y.
Yo.
Hey, let me introduce you to my cuz, Tony.
Hey, yo. I'm Tony with an I. Just lost my man, but honey, it don't matter. 'Cause I got my hair all blown out like Beyonce, my nails all did up like Cardi. Said not right now, 'cause the salons are closed. And I'm feeling flyer than a Philadelphia Eagle after to Super Bowl 52, bye-bye.
Oh, and we're cousins, and cousins stick together.
Get away.
Yeah. We fight
Fight
together,
together.
just like
Fight
our
together.
hero. Hey, Rocky!
Oh, yo.
Hey, and we are your fabulous New Jersey tour guides here to make New Jersey and you perfect together. Hey,
Hey, yo.
hey, whoa, hey. So, hey, Tony,
Ayo,
Yo.
What?
Which one?
Tony with an I.
me. Why?
Why? That's me.
Forget it.
Forget about it.
You guys got lots to see in the great state of Jersey.
You know, like beaches, shores, you know,
The swamplands of Jersey.
forget about it.
So, hey, even in these times, we still need some tour guides.
That's
But
Hey,
I
but
don't
Tony,
know.
where are we gonna find him?
I don't know. There doesn't seem like there's any around.
I don't know. I'll tell you, Tony. Finding these tour guides is harder than finding them toilet papers these days.
Yeah, hey, yeah. Hey, speaking of toilet paper, we're running out.
That's right. You've been using all of them up.
I'm so sorry. But anyway, you know, hey, guys, do you think you can spare a couple squares?
You know, I got lots of toilet paper over here. I can give you a roll. How about that?
Oh, hey,
thank
yeah,
you
we
so
love
much.
that. Oh, man. Hey, so how you going to do that?
Good question, Tony. You know, let me get a couple of my buddies, let me get a couple of my friends and help you out, and I'll get this roll to you right now.
Perfect.
okay,
Perfect. Thank
okay.
you so much.
Here we go.
Awesome. Hey, I can't wait. I can't wait. Well, you know, I guess, we'll see you guys around soon. Hey, we love you guys.
Feels good. See you next time,
Tony,
everybody.
thanks. I'm looking forward to that toilet paper.
Can't wait to get it. It's that good two-ply stuff, too.
Yeah, hey. Hey, Tony!
Ayo.
Hey, did Cuz Tony with a Y ever send us the toilet paper?
Yeah, got it right here.
Oh, good, I need it. I need it really bad. Oh, hey.
Here you go.
Oh, yikes. I guess, he could only spare a square. Oh.
Hello, everybody! It's Jamie with an I, your raffle girl. You know, I really miss my friend Jamie with an IE, but we have to social distance, so she's not here today. But at least she's not going to mess up the costume today. So that's good, am I right? Alright, well today, we are going to be auctioning off another quarantine survival kit bag full of fun little goodies, some toilet paper, all the necessities, just like last time. So whoever wins here and get that dropped off at your house. So it's time for our raffle. Raffle, raffle, raffle. When I say raffle, you say raffle, raffle, raffle. All right. So I have all your names in this lovely mason jar. I'm going to shake it up. Make sure it's all nice and even. Everyone has a fair chance of winning. All right, give me a drum roll because it is time for our raffle. All right, let's see who wins. Matthew Berry, congrats! We will be dropping off your package shortly, so stay excited for that. And don't forget, I'm Jamie with an I, your raffle girl. See you next time. In our last video, we did something called the TikTok challenge, where you guys sent in lots of videos of you guys doing your own flip the switch challenge. And it was so fun for all of us to watch, and you guys sent in great videos. We promise that the winner of the TikTok challenge will get to choose which leader they wanted to see get pied in the face. What are you doing? What? Congrats, Jonah and Brandon. You guys are the winners of the TikTok challenge. Thank you everybody that sent in a video.
I am Marvin the Magnificent, and I can do amazing things. Would you like to see something amazing I can do? Excellent. I will make fire appear and disappear. Dun, 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 dun. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Would you like to see something amazing again? Well, I will be able to recreate fire in a bigger way. Concentration, please. Dun, 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 dun. Thank you. Thank you. I am Marvin the Magnificent.
Oh my goodness, guys, what a fantastic time we had tonight. Can you please join me in singing Beautiful Things by Guncor to worship our Heavenly Father? All this pain, I wonder if I'll ever find my way. I wonder if my life could really change at all. All this earth, could all that is lost ever be found? Could a garden come up from this ground at all? You who make beautiful things, you make beautiful things out of the dust. You who make beautiful beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of us. All around, life is springing up from this old ground. Out of chaos, life is being found in you. You make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of dust. You make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of us. Me new. You are making me new. You make me new. You are making me new. You make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of dust. You make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of us. Now I think John has some announcements. Am I right, John?
It's time for announcements! Announcements. Yes, well, we love you guys. We miss you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the virtual video club that we just did. But this is the most important time and my most favorite time of the club. And it is when one of our leaders gets to share about life and about God. And here is my wonderful, lovely wife, Nancy, to give you the talk.
Hello, Fun Life, Beyond Fun Life, and Friends for Life friends. Boy, do we miss you guys, and we cannot wait to be back in person with you. Well, this is the part of Club where we always give a message. And at the beginning of each message, I like to remind you of a few things that are very important. One is that God loves you. I also like to remind us that God created everything, and He created you and He created me on purpose and for a purpose. And that means that we are important and we are valuable. I also want to always remind you that you are God's beloved sons and daughters. If you remember anything that I ever tell you, remember that you are beloved. And the word beloved means more than love. It means cherished and treasured and adored. And when you picture God in heaven, I want you to picture Him like a daddy who holds you close to his heart, and like a daddy who sings a happy song over you. I also want to always remind you that God created us for friendship. He created us for friendship with each other, and He created us for friendship with Himself. And that's why He sent His Son Jesus down to be here on earth, so we could see and know and understand what God was like. Because Jesus, we call Him God in a bod, because He was 100% God with all of God's qualities, and He was 100% human with all of a human's qualities. So each time we have club, we like to take a look at a Jesus story to see what Jesus was like, so that we can see what God is like. So today I'm going to talk about a wedding. Jesus and his mother and his friends, his disciples, were invited to a wedding. And here's a picture of John and I at our wedding. That was so long ago. Look at how baby young we look. So long ago. Well, weddings nowadays are very special occasions, and back in those Bible times, they were extremely special also. In fact, back in the Bible days, weddings would often last for a whole entire week. The whole town would come out, there'd be celebrations every day. It was very special. So Jesus and his mom and his friends were invited to a wedding, and something happened. Partway through the celebration, partway through the week, Jesus' mom came up to Jesus and said, "They've run out of wine at this wedding." Now, back in those days, wine was one of their major drinks. It was almost like a grape juice or a fruit drink. It was pretty much like they had wine or they had water. They didn't have fancy drinks like we have. They didn't have sodas or coffee drinks or smoothies or bottled sparkling water. They had nothing like that. They had wine and they had water. So for them to run out of wine was quite a catastrophe. Let's see what happens. So Jesus decides, what I love about this is when his mom told him about this problem, is that Jesus had compassion. That means he cared about this wedding. He cared about the people at the wedding. He's a personal God who enters into the problems. It's not like they came and told him the problem. He's like, "That's your problem. I'm not going to help you." No, he enters into the problem to help them solve it. So he finds these 6 large jars of water. And these were waters that were used for like washing your hands. Even back then they had to wash their hands, or wash their feet because they had dusty, bare feet from walking on the dusty roads back then. They were jugs of water that were used for like ceremonial washings, like special washings for when you walked into the house. And he said, "Fill those jugs up with water." So the people did. Then he said, "Scoop some out and take some of that water to the master of ceremonies, the man in charge of the wedding." Okay, so they did that. And when they took it to the man who was in charge of the wedding, he said, "Oh my goodness, this is the best wine I've ever tasted." And he said, "Usually people put out the best wine at the beginning of the wedding, but you saved the best for last." I love that. So somewhere along the way, that water that was poured into that jug transformed into wine. And not only any wine, but the very best wine that this host had ever tasted. Now, what I love about this story is that there's a few things I really, really love about this story. One thing is that Jesus, when we see Jesus, that he is personal and he is powerful. I love that. He is personal. He cares. He had compassion. He enters into the story. He enters into the trouble that these people were having to help them. And he was powerful. He could perform miracles. He could turn water into wine. The next thing, in fact, I think I made a little list of these. The next thing I noticed is that he can take something very ordinary and turn it into something extraordinary, which gives me hope that he can take my ordinary little life and do something extraordinary with it. It gives me hope in these strange times that we're in, that he can take this, I don't know about you, but in this coronavirus time, my life feels kind of small and home and isolated and ordinary. It gives me hope that he can do something extraordinary in this time. And then the third point I thought that was amazing is he can do immeasurably more than we could ever ask or imagine. When they asked Jesus for help at this wedding, he did immeasurably more than they could ever ask or imagine. And it gives me hope that God can do something more than I could ever ask for, more than I could ever imagine, because that's the love he has for me. I think I had a little, God is able to do immeasurably more than we could ask or imagine. And as I'm wrapping up this talk, I wanted to end with the idea that God loves you. And I'm not sure how you're feeling in these times, whether you're feeling a little scared or a little lonely or bored or wondering or all the different feelings we're feeling. I want to remind you that God says, do not be afraid, for I am with you. Do not be discouraged, because I am your God. I will help you and I will hold you up victoriously with my righteous right hand. That's in Isaiah 41:10. I love that because it's saying God is with us. Do not be afraid. And he will do exceedingly more than we can ask or imagine, because he is personal and he is powerful. Bye for now.